Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdut's Newsstand, and today I want to talk about James Tynion leaving Batman. Not really, but what I want to actually do is take the creations he made during his run on Batman and rank them. Now, of course, this is all subjective. I am giving you my opinion and telling you who I think is going to be most useful in the future and who I personally enjoyed the most. Now, there is actually 7 different characters we're going to rank in this video. I am not going to include the new characters that he made during his Detective Comics stuff, right? His run on there with the Victim Syndicate and Victoria October. I am just sticking to his Batman run. Now, there are a lot of new IPs he created, like I said, 7. But I want to know which one, by the end of this video, is your favorite. Let me know in the comments down below. And I'm curious if you know who I'll pick. I think a lot of you probably will. But the writing's on the wall if you've been at this channel for any time. Now, if you haven't and you enjoy this type of content, make sure you hit subscribe. And hit like, of course, every time. Now, let's talk about these 7 characters that James Tynion created during his Batman run, if we think they'll have any sort of staying power, and if we think they were even really good. Starting with number 7, we can already see he has very little staying power. If you even remember who this character is, and that is the designer. He was introduced during Joker War. Right? Remember that? Now, we are on Fear State now, and I will have a big video about that on Monday. But the designer was introduced as a plot device, not really as this great brand new character, because he didn't have any sort of staying power. I honestly barely remember him myself, and I'm the one doing the video. That speaks in volumes. So let's just move on to number 6, who I thought was a very cool character, the Underbroker. Now, the Underbroker, again, a character that was introduced during Joker War. Really cool design, really cool character, never used again, nor spoken of or thought of. I don't know why we could see this one pop up again, but yeah, probably not. And that's really unfortunate because I did like the concept of the Underbroker. The design, it was all pretty neat. So let's talk about number 5. Another character you will probably unlikely hear of again, but is actually pretty neat, the Gardener. Now, the Gardener did have a Secret Files released recently, and I gave it high praise. Not really for the Gardener parts. The issue with this is, this whole Secret Files about the Gardener was really about Poison Ivy. And I love Poison Ivy. She's one of the best Batman rogues out there. Fight me, I will take you down. But the Gardener, not so much. She does have really cool, like, plant dogs, right? Those are really neat. That's the best part about her. So we're going to talk about the top 4. And I actually believe during these 4 that I'm going to mention here, that we're actually going to see these ones again. And I hope in some fashion to a decent amount, especially number 1. Come on now. Guess who it is down below. But for number 4, we know we are going to see again, and that is Clownhunter. Now, Clownhunter is a really cool concept. Basically, he is the clown version of Bruce Wayne. His parents were murdered right in front of him during I don't know what it was during, when he was a baby, right? And it was actually done by Joker and Harley Quinn. And we see in probably my favorite issue of Tynion's run, we see him and Harley come back to back, and we see a bit of redemption, and that was Batman 105. It was so good. It was like the best Batman comic of the year. Now, we are seeing at this point that he is going to be working with the next one on my list. He is going to be working with him, and he is going to be training and mentored under him. He's giving up Bat, which is his weapon of choice. You know, basically it's Negan's weapon, or every zombie apocalypse weapon ever. Like, it's a bat with nails in it. Okay, he's giving up Bat for swords. So that takes us to number 3, Ghostmaker. I really like Ghostmaker. The design of Ghostmaker is phenomenal. The fact that he was introduced as a villain and, back to that Batman 105, asked to join the Bat family and still stay in the Bat family. And then, as much as I've joked around about this, I kind of think Tynion was giving Batman a boyfriend without giving Batman a boyfriend. No, I'm just kidding. A little bit. I'm only kidding a little bit. But there is a great bromance there we see between the two. And Ghostmaker goes back to when Batman was training. And they were friends and they had a falling out because Ghostmaker is clearly a lot more brutal than Batman. And it actually works really well. Plus his design is the best male design on this, and that doesn't take much. But anyways, so we have our top two here. These ladies. These two I really, really like. And I really, let me repeat that. I really, really hope we see them again. Please don't sideline these two characters. Not only are they very cosplayable, but they are fantastic brand new characters. Now, number two, surprisingly enough, I have Punchline. I have talked about this character on and off since she was introduced. I love Punchline. I love that she is being introduced as this kind of not Joker girlfriend, but Joker equal in a way, right? But she did start out, and I was a little bit disappointed that she kind of started out as a groupie. And now we're seeing her in the backup story of Joker, actually within Blackgate. And we're seeing kind of the idea that her main nemesis is going to be Bluebird. And we're seeing everything going on. She's very, very she's very good at manipulating people. And I like that they're doing that and giving her that, because it's very different than Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was the one to be manipulated, whereas we can see that Alexis, which is Punchline's first name, is able to manipulate others and kind of propagate them to her will. And I really like her design. It's beautiful. She's very sleek looking, but still enough like the clown aesthetic that it works really well. So for my number one, my love, I love Miracle Molly. At first, when I saw her design, and I'm sure the video is still up on here, cringily enough, I didn't like it. I was like, it's okay. It's super bright. I don't know how I feel about the super 80s looking clothes. I don't know if I really like it. I was kind of off and on about it, right? But Miracle Molly really grew as a character within this, and we see Unsanity Collective as a whole grow, right? And we see this character, Master Wise, that kind of taught her everything she knows. And I would say she's far superior in the Unsanity Collective than Master Wise even is. She's a much better character. But as far as Miracle Molly goes, she also had her own secret origins, which to me would be the best secret origin or secret case files that we had. It was so good. And I wasn't a huge fan of the art, but by the end of it, I'm like, yes, this art works so well. I love it. We see her, her 9 to 5, basically her being beat on by her job, by corporate America, and her being beat on by, I guess the best way to put it is gender norms, wanting, her husband wanted her to be a wife and a mother and a this and a that. And we see it over and over, day in and day out and day in and day out. And she finally has enough. And she goes down this rabbit hole and finds Master Wise and is able to really stretch her legs out as a woman and get out on her own. And then she undergoes, the mind machine, and she's able to really construct her own life. And it's kind of freeing for her, right? And now we're seeing her, she worked alongside Batman. She helped him with the mind machine. She, almost kind of messed things up at the end of Fear State. If you haven't read it, I won't ruin it, but I will on Monday. Don't you worry. But the design, the way she looks, the way she acts, the idea that she kind of is predicated upon is beautiful. And I really hope we are seeing her go to jail, but we could also see, just like Punchline, that idea of her being in jail maybe make her grow as a character. And I really hope that's where we go with this and not goodbye, Miracle Molly, because that would be a damn shame. She is such a great new character. So anyways, let me know which one of Tynion's creations you think you enjoyed the most, or if you hated them all. If you can't decide, let me know down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.